Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into 10 effective ways to manage your budget like a pro. Whether you're just starting out or you're already making good money but find yourself struggling to save, this video is for you. We'll cover everything from tracking your spending habits to cutting down on unnecessary expenses so you can finally achieve your financial goals. Look, I get it. Managing your money can seem daunting, but trust me, it doesn't have to be. By implementing these simple yet powerful strategies, you'll be amazed at the difference it makes in your financial life. So let's dive right in and unlock the secrets to mastering your budget. So, you want to be financially secure, right? The foundation of all that is budgeting. Most people cringe when they hear the word budget, but that's just not true. Budgeting isn't about deprivation, it's about control. It's about understanding where your money is going. Budgeting gives you that financial roadmap. It empowers you to achieve your goals. Okay, so we've established that budgeting is crucial, but where do you even start? Well, the first step is to understand your current spending habits. And trust me, this is often the most eye-opening part of the entire process. You might think you know where your money is going, but until you actually track it, you'll never have the full picture. Now, there are several ways to track your expenses. You can go old school with a pen and paper, create a spreadsheet, or use a budgeting app. More on those later. The key is to choose a method that you'll actually stick with. Personally, I'm a fan of budgeting apps because they do most of the heavy lifting for you. Once you've chosen your tracking method, it's time to get granular. For at least a month, I want you to track every single dollar you spend, and I mean everything. That $5 latte you grab on the way to work, that $20 dinner you order when you're feeling lazy, every little expense adds up. As you track your spending, categorize each expense. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going. Alright, so you've started tracking your expenses and have a better understanding of your spending habits. Now let's talk about setting financial goals, because let's be real, what's the point of managing your money if you don't have something specific you're working towards? Financial goals give you direction and motivation. They provide a roadmap for your money and help you stay focused on what's important. But here's the thing, your goals need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. In other words, they need to be SMART. Let's break that down a bit. Specific means your goals should be clearly defined. Instead of saying, I want to save more money, say, I want to save $5,000 for a down payment on a condo. Measurable means you should be able to track your progress. Achievable means your goals should be realistic and attainable. Relevant means your goals should align with your values and priorities. And finally, time-bound means you should set a deadline for yourself. Chapter 4. Building your budget, the fun part. Okay, now for the part you've all been waiting for, building your actual budget. Think of it like a financial puzzle where you get to decide where all the pieces go. Remember how we talked about tracking your expenses? Here's how it works. You divide your after-tax income into 3 categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. It's easy to understand and implement, even if you're new to budgeting. Chapter 5. Budgeting apps, your secret weapon. Okay, let's be real. Managing your budget manually can be a pain. Who wants to spend hours each month categorizing transactions and updating spreadsheets? Not me. That's where budgeting apps come in. These handy tools automate the entire process, making it easier than ever to track your spending, stick to your budget, and achieve your financial goals. There are tons of great budgeting apps out there, each with its own unique features and benefits. Some popular options include Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, Personal Capital, and Every Dollar. Many of these apps offer free versions with limited features, as well as paid versions with more advanced tools and functionality. So, what can these apps actually do? Well, for starters, they connect to your bank accounts and credit cards, automatically importing your transactions and categorizing them for you. No more manual data entry. They also provide real-time insights into your spending habits, helping you identify areas where you might be overspending. You can set up spending alerts, receive bill payment reminders, and even track your net worth all in one place. Chapter 6. Cut the fat, eliminating unnecessary expenses. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, cutting expenses. I know, it doesn't sound like the most exciting thing in the world. But trust me, once you start identifying and eliminating unnecessary expenses, you'll be amazed at how much money you can free up each month. The first step is to identify your spending triggers. What are the things that tempt you to spend money unnecessarily? Is it late-night online shopping? Impulse buys at the grocery store? Once you've identified your triggers, you can start developing strategies to avoid them. Next, take a close look at your recurring expenses. Are there any subscriptions you're not using? Can you negotiate a lower rate on your car insurance or cell phone bill? You might be surprised at how much you can save by simply calling your service providers and asking for a discount. Another area where people often overspend is dining out. I get it, eating out is convenient and fun, but it can also be a huge drain on your budget. Let's face it, debt is a major financial burden for millions of people. Whether it's credit card debt, student loans, or personal loans, debt can feel like a weight holding you back from achieving your financial goals. But the good news is that it is possible to conquer your debt and break free from the cycle of endless payments. The first step is to create a plan of attack. List out all of your debts, including the balances, interest rates, and minimum payments. This will give you a clear picture of what you're up against. Next, prioritize your debts. There are two main approaches to debt repayment: the debt snowball method and the debt avalanche method. With the debt snowball method, you focus on paying off your smallest debt first, regardless of interest rate. This can provide a psychological boost and keep you motivated. With the debt avalanche method, you focus on paying off your debt with the highest interest rate first. This will save you the most money in the long run. Once you've chosen your debt repayment method, it's time to start making extra payments. Even small extra payments can make a big difference over time. Chapter 8. Building your financial safety net, the emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Unexpected expenses can pop up at any time, throwing your carefully crafted budget completely off track. That's where an emergency fund comes in. An emergency fund is a financial safety net that can help you weather life's storms without going into debt. Ideally, your emergency fund should cover 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This might seem like a lot, especially if you're also trying to pay off debt or save for other financial goals. But trust me, having this financial cushion will give you peace of mind and protect you from financial disaster. Start by setting a realistic savings goal for your emergency fund. It doesn't have to be a huge amount all at once. Even setting aside $50 or $100 each month can add up over time. Next, automate your savings. Set up a recurring transfer from your checking account to your savings account each month. Chapter 9. Budgeting isn't a one-time thing. Review and adjust regularly. Congratulations, you've created a budget, started tracking your expenses, and are well on your way to achieving your financial goals. But here's the thing, budgeting isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process that requires regular review and adjustment. Life is constantly changing, and your budget should reflect those changes. Did you get a raise? Great. Now's the time to increase your savings rate or make extra debt payments. Did you move to a new city with a higher cost of living? Time to adjust your budget accordingly. I recommend reviewing your budget at least once a month. This doesn't have to be a time-consuming process. Chapter 10. Stay motivated. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's be real, sticking to a budget can be tough, especially at first. There will be times when you're tempted to splurge, to throw caution to the wind and buy that expensive gadget or go on that spontaneous vacation, and that's okay. We're all human. The key is to stay motivated and remind yourself why you started this journey in the first place. One of the best ways to stay motivated is to track your progress. Seeing how far you've come can be incredibly motivating. Set small, achievable goals along the way and celebrate your victories. Did you pay off a credit card? Treat yourself to a nice dinner, but stick to your budget. Did you reach your savings goal for the month? Reward yourself with a small indulgence. Another great way to stay motivated is to find an accountability partner. This could be a friend, family member, or even a financial advisor. Share your goals with them and ask them to check in with you regularly. Outrow, you got this. Time to crush your financial goals. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more financial advice and tips. Remember, managing your budget doesn't have to be scary or complicated. By implementing these simple strategies, you can take control of your finances and achieve your financial goals. Whether you're dreaming of buying your dream home, traveling the world, or simply achieving financial peace of mind, it all starts with a solid budget. So, what are you waiting for? Start implementing these tips today and watch your financial future transform. See you in the next video.